Welcome to our analysis channel, where today we are breaking down a critical situation unfolding in Minnesota. The Vikings offense is being tested even before the regular season begins. A devastating season-ending injury to Rondale Moore, an untimely suspension for Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson's recovery create a high-pressure scenario for our young quarterback Mccarthy. How will the team navigate through this storm? Stay with me as we conduct a thorough, tactical, and statistical breakdown of what to expect. Let us go straight to the facts that are reshaping our offense. One of the most impactful updates is undoubtedly the loss of Rondale Moore. During the first preseason game against the Texans, Moore suffered a knee injury that will sideline him for the entire 2025 season. This marks the second consecutive season-ending injury for Moore, who also missed all of 2024. Signed on a one-year deal, he was expected to be a versatile weapon capable of stretching the field and generating big plays while also serving as a dynamic returner. His absence leaves a significant void in the depth of the receiving core. To make matters worse, Jordan Addison, who has established himself as a vertical threat in our offense, was suspended by the NFL for 3 games due to violating the league's substance policy. This means he will miss crucial matchups against the Chicago Bears, Atlanta Falcons, and Cincinnati Bengals. Addison's absence removes a target who has proven to be an excellent number 2 receiver alongside Justin Jefferson, amassing 19 touchdowns over his first 2 seasons. Speaking of our star, Justin Jefferson is in the recovery phase from a mild hamstring tendon injury that kept him out of part of practice. Although the expectation is that he will be 100% by week 1, his absence from drills impacts the development of essential chemistry with J.J. McCarthy. In addition, Jalen Nailor, the likely number 3 wide receiver, also suffered a hand injury during joint practices with the Patriots, and his status remains under evaluation. These setbacks place head coach Kevin O'Connell in a delicate position, forcing a re-engineering of the aerial game plan early in the season. With a receiving core so weakened, the pressure on J.J. McCarthy is immense. McCarthy in his first preseason as the unquestioned starter has shown flashes of his potential. During his only series against the Texans, he completed 4 of 7 passes for 30 yards, leading a 12-play drive that resulted in a field goal. Analysis from insiders such as former NFL quarterback J.T. O'Sullivan indicates McCarthy demonstrated he was more than competent, showing solid pocket movement and the ability to make pre-snap reads. However, the accuracy remains an area needing improvement. O'Sullivan noted the ball placement could be more precise on intermediate throws. In his first game, McCarthy showed a strong arm and the ability to extend plays with his legs, such as an 8-yard run to convert a crucial first down. However, the absence of his primary targets will require a quick adaptation and nearly flawless execution. O'Connell will likely need to simplify the reads for McCarthy, focusing on a quick passing game with a high completion percentage. The terminology we will use here is game management. McCarthy will not need to be a hero, but rather an efficient distributor. With the team's preferred 3-receiver formation, the 11 personnel temporarily disrupted by the absences of Moore and Addison, tactical adjustments are inevitable. Expect to see the Vikings using significantly more 12 personnel, putting the strength of 2 tight ends on the field. This maximizes the talent of T.J. Hockenson, giving McCarthy a reliable, elite-level target to utilize. In this scenario, Hockenson, now healthy, becomes the primary safety valve and main weapon on 3rd downs, leveraging his mastery of choice routes. McCarthy's efficiency in the red zone demonstrated during practice will be critical. Faced with limitations in the passing game, the most logical solution for the Vikings over the first 3 weeks will be to establish a strong ground attack. The running back duo of Aaron Jones and newcomer Jordan Mason will serve as the engine of this offense. Mason in particular brings impressive advanced metrics. Last season he averaged 1.38 yards after contact per attempt, an elite-level statistic, placing him behind only Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley. This efficiency, even while facing defenses with 8 men in the box, on over 33% of his carries, shows he can be the grinder the team needs to control the clock and relieve pressure from McCarthy. Kevin O'Connell's run scheme, built on mid-zone and outside zone concepts, will benefit from Jones's vision and patience, while Mason's power will be maximized in duo situations, a gap scheme without pullers designed to create double teams along the offensive line. The Vikings are expected to increase their overall run play percentage, which already showed an upward trend last season. This approach will not only protect McCarthy, but also create opportunities for play action, one of the core strengths of O'Connell's offensive system, and an area where a quarterback with McCarthy's arm talent can thrive by attacking intermediate areas of the field. TJ Hockenson becomes McCarthy's most dangerous weapon in this scenario. With defensive attention focused on Justin Jefferson when he is on the field, Hockenson will have favorable matchups against linebackers and safeties. He is the player who can move the chains and serve as the security blanket in high-pressure situations. The connection between McCarthy and Hockenson during practice has been a positive sign, and this chemistry will need to translate into production from Week 1 for the Vikings offense to maintain fluidity and avoid becoming one-dimensional. Under this scenario, the Vikings management, led by Adolfo Mensa, is being forced to act. League sources confirm the team is seriously exploring the trade and free agent markets. The need is not just for another body on the field, but for a veteran with high football IQ, someone who understands the nuances of defensive coverages and can serve as a reliable target for McCarthy on quick reads. Adding an experienced player is crucial to prevent opposing defenses from employing bracket coverage schemes or constant double teams on Justin Jefferson, effectively isolating him from the game. And this is where one name, whispered with warmth and nostalgia by the fan base, gains momentum: Adam Thielen. Currently with the Carolina Panthers, a team in rebuilding mode, Thielen could be acquired for a mid-round draft pick. His return would be more than a reunion, it would be the addition of a security blanket for McCarthy. Thielen is a master at finding soft spots against zone coverage and possesses one of the best catch radii in contested situations. He may no longer be the deep threat he once was, but his precision on short and intermediate routes, such as slants and option routes, would be invaluable in keeping the offense moving. While the front office works behind the scenes on the field, the philosophy remains next man up. This is a golden opportunity for players like Ty Felton, Tim Jones, and when he returns, Jalen Nailor. Felton, an undrafted rookie, has been one of the surprises of training camp, showing enough speed to threaten the deep part of the field. Tim Jones, on the other hand, is viewed as a more physical possession receiver, capable of fighting for contested balls in traffic. O'Connell will need to design specific plays to maximize each player's strengths, utilizing more bunch formations and motion to create artificial separation. Expectations for the start of the season must be realistic. Do not anticipate an aerial show in the first few weeks. The identity of this offense will be forged in the trenches with the brute strength of the offensive line opening lanes for Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. The primary goal for McCarthy will be efficiency, not volume, protecting the ball, converting short third downs, and being lethal in the red zone. Simply surviving this early stretch with a 2-1 record or even 1-2 depending on the opponents would be considered a success, setting the stage for Addison's return in Week 4. The start of the 2025 season will be a true test of resilience and roster depth. How McCarthy leads an offense with limited weapons and how Kevin O'Connell adapts his game plan will define the tone for the rest of the year. The search for a veteran receiver is not a luxury, but a strategic necessity. Now I want to hear from you. Would Adam Thielen's return solve our biggest issues? Or do you have another player in mind who might fit better in our offense? And which of our young receivers do you think will seize this opportunity? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, do not forget to like, share with fellow fans, and subscribe for more in-depth content on the Minnesota Vikings. See you soon.